Alright, hello and welcome back to Remoto. Look, I even got a flash flag nowadays. Look at that thing. Right, so as the title says, we are back on the 1951 500 twin. This is the start of the project, and I thought at the start of this project I'll just give you a quick rundown on what we will be doing. Hopefully the screaming doesn't come past, that's not someone getting murdered, I promise. So, back to the 500 twin. My goal for this over this winter is just to be able to get this ready for our up and coming summer. We're going into winter, so it's the perfect time to pull it apart, get it all hunky-dory, and we'll get it back on the road. So it's a quick little restoration. So I've got a list here. We might as well just run through my list. I'll put it up on the screen as well, that what we'll be doing. So first and foremost, we will be doing a original ear box in here. You can see this is the original or semi-original style Lucas 6-volt horn, and it's got this pancake filter. We'll be relocating the horn to the front of the bike, and this filter will be removed, and the original box filter will be put in place here. Moving on, which is the biggest job and why we're requiring to take the motor out, which is it's got a rattle in the camshaft. So I'm having to take this cover off first. I'm going to do a little bit of investigation, but as far as I'm aware, I'll have to re-sleeve the bushes inside the crank casing, which requires it to be line bored and new bushes pressed in place. So that's kind of why we're having to take the motor out, and while we're there we might as well just give it a little bit of a mini refresh. This motor has got good compression. I compression tested it and it was all 100%, so it's still got good compression, but we just need to sort that rattle out. Okay, moving on, it's got a few little oil leaks, as both of these old girls do. So a couple of new gaskets, because it's been sitting for a while. We'll put all new gaskets in it, try and stop it leaking too much oil. It's always going to leak a little bit. It's old and British, so it's always going to leak oil. If it wasn't leaking oil, there's going to be nothing in it. So moving on is tubes and tyres. The tyres are kind of a little bit dry rotted on the sidewall. So we'll be replacing the tyres this time around. We're putting a 3.50 on the rear and a 3.25 on the front, and new tubes. So that's another thing. We're going to take the front and rear tyre off, which will be all good fun. Another big job will be the wiring loom. I'll roll some shorts in one, replacing the wiring loom. It's all one colour. It's all black. It's also got chocolate block connectors everywhere. It's still the original 6-volt wiring, which is fine. I'm not looking at upgrading it to 12-volt at this point, but I just want to get rid of all those chocolate block connectors, the chopped up loom, and all the weirdness. And along with that wiring loom, I am actually going to relocate the coil back to underneath or in this frame part inside here, because the coil is currently in this toolbox. I just want to give a little bit more airflow to the coil, as they can get warm. So I want to relocate the coil from here back to on the mudguard, where it's kind of in the stock location, just to get a little bit of airflow in there and out so it can breathe a little bit better. So moving on from that, the kickstand on the other side is not the original. It's I think the original owner was saying it's off a Norton or something similar, so it's actually too tall. So the bike actually won't hold on its side stand very well. And you've got to be very careful what you do there, because the bike can then tip back over towards myself. So I need to either cut and shorten it by at least 40 millimeters, 2 inches, or buy an original kickstand and put the original kickstand back on, because it's just too tall, and I have to put a block under one side. On that, we're just going to do little other things of maintenance around the motor, oil and filter obviously, because we're going to be draining the oil out. We're going to do any spark plug leads, just a general tidy up to make sure the motor is 100% reliable and working. Also on that, I was looking at potentially doing a carb rebuild, because they are quite simple. I don't know if I'm going to do a full rebuild or just a carb clean. Just clean all the needles and the jets and just make sure that it's all 100% within tolerance and make sure it's running nice. And that's basically going to be the rebuild for this winter. It's going to be just a very simple, get it back on the road, get it functional, enjoy it, see where then I need to reassess different things and go from there. I don't know what else it will require, but that's why I kind of want to get on the road. Get on the road and see what other problems come up and take them from there. I've been studying heaps on the original workshop manuals and how to pull these motors apart, and they're a very interesting design. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this, and hopefully you guys are excited for this as well. This is going to be a really awesome project. So I'm just going to stop talking and yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. I've already ordered a wiring loom from Burton Bike Parts in the UK. They've been really good to deal with so far, so hoping to have that here within a month or so, or just over a month. So I need to strip all the tank off, replace the whole wiring loom, and I need to take off the side cover, all of this, because I kind of wanted, before I dive into the motor, I want to inspect how much play is actually in that camshaft. I might get my dial meter on that. But other than that, that's basically it. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited as much as I am for this, because it's a dream come true, and it's awesome that there are still heaps of parts for these. So blessed to have places like Hitchcock's, amazing array of parts and awesome customer service and technical knowledge as well, which is what you love to see, is when you can go to a bike shop and ask them a question and they can give you a response. So I'm going to stop jibber jabbering. In next week's episode you'll see the first pull apart of this. As I said, we'll be stripping the tank, taking the side covers off, and starting the prep work for the much bigger things. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the first what should be happening. If you've got any suggestions on what I should do and what I should replace while I'm here, then leave a comment below. Happy to have any advice, because I'm not expert at this. I'm relatively new, and I'm going to be learning along the way, and you can learn with me. This time, rather than with Beryl, I'm going to keep my hammers in the toolbox. Yeah, definitely going to keep my hammers in the toolbox. Right, so I'm going to wrap it up. We'll see you in next week's episode of Remoto, and we will catch you later. We'll see you later.